Golf Central on YouTube is brought to you by the new Chrome Tour golf ball from Callaway.
Welcome into Golf Central. Anna Jackson with you. Great to have you with us on this Wednesday as the 2026 PGA Tour season officially gets underway tomorrow at the Sony Open. We have got a live report coming up from Hawaii. But first, some updates on this week's big news. As on Monday, it was announced that five-time major champion Brooks Koepka is returning to the PGA Tour. Now, the tour announced the returning member program, creating an expedited path back for LIV's most accomplished players, including Koepka, who joined LIV in June of 2022. According to the new policy, Koepka will be eligible to play this season on tour with an assortment of stipulations. Now, the new policy is only open to players who have won a major or the Players' Championship since 2022 and who have been away from the tour for at least 2 years. So Koepka is set to make his return at the Farmers Insurance Open in just a couple of weeks. Now, Tiger Woods was on site for his team's TGL match last night and spoke with the media afterwards. Take a listen.
Well, we received his letter on December 23rd that he wants to come back. Wrote to the commissioner and Brian. We took that letter, then took it to both boards and tried to implement a plan that would be fair and adequate, that justifies Brooks's time away from our tour. The penalties served, the fines if necessary, what the integration would look like on our tour, and obviously the bonus payouts, yes or no. And we had lots of subsequent meetings, worked through the holidays. There was no days off, and we just worked through it day after day after day, and we came out with a plan that we unveiled. And yes, we're not going to satisfy every player. This plan was created for a very select few players that met the criteria. You know the names. And as far as his integration, he has the right, I think, in our sport with our meritocracy that we have on the PGA Tour, that he has the right to earn his way into signature events. And if he plays well enough, he has a chance to earn his way into the playoffs. But he's not going to get the bonus pool from that. But he has a chance to earn his way into those fields. Plus, on top of that, he's not taking a spot away from any player. Okay, that was one of the main concerns and one of the big things that myself and the other player directors demanded that was never going to be the case. He's an additive. And then on top of that, to fill out the group, or if it happens to be in a summer where it's twosomes or it happened to be where it's threesomes, there's 2 more players that could get in. So the alternate list, I think they're going to be impacted getting in 1 or 2 more events, which is a positive thing. And on top of that, we get probably top 3 of his generation player back that went to another tour, played over there, and was adamant about coming back here and got out early to come back. That says a lot about the PGA Tour, where we're headed, what we have done, what we accomplished, and the players who have stayed and have supported the tour. Having another world-class player that these guys are going to try and beat, that's what the fans demanded. That's what the fans wanted for our fan initiative program. And I think we've addressed that.
Joe?
You mentioned your critical role as one of the player directors. How long were you guys talking through scenarios of the first guy wanting to come back from that tour, and were you surprised at all that that player happened to be Brooks?
We've been rolling through scenarios for a very long time. Ever since our talks at the White House last February to now, there's always ways in which how do we make our sport unified again? Is it total unification? Some type of integration? How do we do it? Where do we do it? Different tours are involved, but this is a first move, which is a great move.
And do 2 final questions, Sam.
Tiger, do you plan to have any direct contact with the players that meet the criteria before the deadline that you've set? Are you trying to canvass them to get them to come back, or is it leaving it to them?
It's actually the CEO is Brian, so they need to talk to Brian. They need to write a letter to Jay and Brian to get the ball rolling.
Go ahead, final one.
Yeah, how much back and forth was there with the final criteria, and is there anything that you would change that he rolled out today or yesterday?
No, I thought we hit. Yes, I mean there are there are opinions from both sides. We're not going to satisfy everyone. We know that. But the whole idea is to make our tour better than what it was. And with Brooks' addition to the tour, it does. It makes it a better place to play. And now with players who have earned equity, and there are 4 more years of potential earning of equity for these players. The fact that they own the tour, if Brooks plays, it puts more money in their pocket. So it's a win for everyone.
So Brooks has made his decision, but what about Bryson? He took to social yesterday with a slightly cryptic story post posing the question, what would you do while standing in front of an exit sign? So while Bryson ponders a potential exit, he stepped up to the microphone along with Jon Rahm and Cam Smith during LIV Golf's media day.
There was obviously some significant news in the golf world yesterday. Before we open it up to the room and the media gathered here, Bryson, I'm just curious if you want to share your thoughts on some of the recent developments.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm contracted through 2026, so excited about this year.
All right, and John, I would ask the same thing to you as well.
Yeah, I'm not planning on going anywhere. So, very similar answer to what Bryson gave. I wish Brooks the best, and as far as I'm concerned, I'm focused on the league, on my team this year, and hopefully we can repeat as champions again.
Bryson, what was your Instagram story about this afternoon, if not the PGA Tour?
There's this new like viral trend around exit signs, so I just wanted to show that off a new way.
Cam, last question before we open this up to the room and the media that's gathered here. There was obviously some significant news in the golf world over the last 24 or 48 hours. Do you want to share any of your thoughts on the situation?
I mean, I really don't have any thoughts. I haven't had a lot of time to think about it, but I know I'm here to stay. I'm here to support LIV. I'm a captain of a great team and a great group of people. So I'm happy where I am. I'm proud of where I am. I think we're doing many great things, particularly in Australia, and I can't wait for this league to keep growing.
So as they alluded to, the only 4 players eligible through the returning member program are indeed Brooks Koepka, Bryson DeChambeau, Jon Rahm and Cam Smith due to their recent major all-players wins going back to 2022. Now the deadline is Feb 2nd, and until then we look forward to seeing Brooks back in action on the PGA Tour in a few weeks at Torrey Pines. Well, in other news, the PGA Tour season kicks off tomorrow on the island of Oahu, and you can catch live first-round coverage of the Sony Open in Hawaii at 7 p.m. Eastern Time right here on Golf Channel. And I have to say, it's a pretty good field. 20 of the top 50 players in the official World Golf ranking, highlighted by, number 5, Russell Henley. You've got number 6, JJ Spaun, number 7, Bob McIntyre, Ben Griffin as well, Keegan Bradley, Hideki Matsuyama and Colin Morikawa.